Okay, this is a featured Londoner. So there's a lot of construction going on right there. And the Londoner's on the Cotai Strip, so you can see some of this other cool stuff over there, like City of Dreams. Venetian's right behind us right there. And we're gonna focus on the Londoner straight ahead. And there's a Parisian over there as well. All right. Let's go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so here we are at City Dreams, and we're gonna go through this little tunnel right here. This little tunnel connects Londoner, which is these 4 hotel. It's gonna be one big casino right here. I think it used to be called the Sands, but now it's gonna be the Londoner. And these are all hotels. I think they all have different names. One's called the Londoner, St. Regis, Conrad, Londoner, Sheridan, Londoner. I think it's Sheridan. Anyways, they're connected to this one called the Shops Four Seasons, and then there's Parisian over on that side, and then there's Venetian over on this side. So we're gonna go through and in, and then we'll just show you what's going on. It hasn't opened yet. They're doing a lot of reconstruction of it. Okay, let's go in and check it out. Actually, before I go in, this is the Morpheus building right there next to City of Dreams. So Londoner, this one right here used to be Hard Rock Cafe, which is now called the Countdown. And then the Morpheus is this kind of cool architectural building. And that right there is one of the most expensive hotels that I'm apartments. I think it's like almost $2 million American dollars for one apartment in that big building that looks over the Cotai Strip right there. So a place for millionaires to overlook this. Okay, so let's go in and check out the Londoner. Okay, so Sands is what the Londoner was, and now it's all going to be different. COVID era, so things are postponed. Everything is postponed. And yeah, this is something interesting though. This is some like an artistic thing. Okay. Yeah, actually all this stuff is, I thought I could see through it before, but they're doing all this construction, so they might have put something temporary there, or that's always been there, I just didn't notice it. I'm not sure which. So this is the beginning of the Londoner. There's actually more people than you'd think. I think that some of them are locals. Some of them might be mainland Chinese who are allowed to come in. They can come into Macau. We can't go there if we're a foreigner like myself. I have a visa for China, but no foreigners are allowed. So, and some foreigners have apartments and they live there, and they left. If they left at all, they can't come back. So there's no way to go back into China if you're a foreigner. Only Chinese can go in and out of China, but foreigners cannot go there. So this was all part of the Sands, but it's all you can see some Londoner information there, but this is all like part of the Sands right here, all this kind of grassy stuff. So I think they're going to replace it, but I don't know yet. So okay. Then all this stuff is Londoner stuff, so you can see Big Ben right there. Some kind of castle. Well, famous. Can't remember the name of that. Parliament or something? Some kind of government building. So, okay. So yeah, there's actually quite a few people in here. And there are some London references, so all those pictures are kind of London, so in the future there'll be more of that. And basically there's casinos, of course, but a lot of it is shopping. So you can see all the Londoner Macau stuff. I did film this, I've been filming it pretty much once a month. And then you can see what changes. One big change right now that you can see is there's just a lot more people around, or hardly anybody around. Part of it was because it seemed to be under construction, so it was kind of had this vague vagueness about it. But yeah, you can definitely see there's more people around for sure. There's a food court upstairs. Maybe we'll walk. Cheesecake Factory, I guess. The Cheesecake Factory. Let's just see what's in the food court. In general, for the most part, in Macau, there's very few Western things like the Cheesecake Factory. They just don't have them. Basically, everything's targeted towards the mainland Chinese market, and well, you can see that because 1 billion Chinese have access to come into Macau, but no foreigners are allowed to come in, and probably not for a year. But they've been trying to let as many Chinese as they can, whenever they can, while keeping us safe. So that's kind of symbolic of, yeah, Macau could really market towards other people in Asia. Like they could really spend a lot more time doing that. Definitely to, like when you talk to Americans, like they just don't even know what Macau is. That's how, they know it's like kind of like Las Vegas, but yeah, anyways. They could definitely do a lot more. Like when you go to these food courts, you almost never have like slices of pizza. It just doesn't, I've never seen one in a food court. Everything is basically all for the mainland Chinese market. So this one is clay pot rice. Here's Taiwan. So Taiwan is popular. Guangdong is part of China. King's Seafood, this is all Chinese food as well. Macanese Portuguese cuisine, so this one is kind of the token one. And then Japanese is good too. Makato ramen. Hunan cuisine from China. Shanghai delights. Huashi beef noodle. Pan one. So this one looks like it's maybe it says cheese beef rice. I think it might be Japan. Yeah, it is Japan. This one is pork ribs. Szechuan barbecue king. So yeah, this is Chinese as well. Wonton noodle, Chinese. Asia Kitchen, this has shark fin, definitely Chinese. Abalone, Chinese. Mixed vegetable rice, Chinese. Korean, that's a Korean restaurant. Korean Daechongkum, Taipei. So we have 2 Taiwan restaurants, Korean restaurant, 3 Japanese. Let's see. I don't know why they're yelling. So there's a Japanese one, and then this Ocean Empire is a Chinese one. Ruins, Hong Kong. So that one is also Hong Kong Chinese. And Singapore. So basically we have Singapore, Taiwan, 3 Japanese. Japanese is really popular here. But as you can see, there's like definitely can't get, you know, pizza or pasta or hamburger or Mexican food, or definitely not Indian food. You know, so basically it's basically just Chinese food. So maybe in the future the Londoner might change. So maybe the Londoner might actually bring in, with the Cheesecake Factory, that might be one of the few places, one of the few casinos that actually targets towards the non-Chinese market, which would be quite amazing. Another thing too, that nuance-wise, there's also some casinos choose to use traditional script or the simplified Chinese script. And then if they choose to use a simplified Chinese script, it's kind of like, oh, you know, our main market is predominantly mainland Chinese, as opposed to people from Macau or Hong Kong or Taiwan that use the traditional Chinese script. So there's basically a lot of it here just targets almost very, very strongly to. And also the other thing too, when you're in Macau, is that let's see what this is all under construction. So Lulu Moon is a yoga place. So okay, so you have some Londoner stuff. Big Ben. So yeah, I don't know, who knows, maybe they might actually try to target foreigners, and maybe have like, looks like the Cheesecake Factory is definitely kind of a foreigner thing. But yeah, basically when you're in Macau, there's no Burger King, there's no Taco Bell. Like if you go to Bangkok, Manila, you'd see like Wendy's restaurants and Taco Bells and fast food from all over the place, but not in Macau. It's almost only Chinese food. Some foreign foods, but for being an international city, there's very, very little. So yeah, seeing that Cheesecake Factory, I don't really eat cheesecake. I don't really know what it's all about, but that would be a welcome change. And now we got Rolling Stones. So I'm gonna end it. That music sometimes affects my videos, so I think we're gonna end it right there. Londoner. Okay, so that's it for the Londoner. So we'll check in and we'll see what changes they make, and yeah, it still looks a little bit like the wind, or the sands, I mean. It's all kind of mixed up. And but anyways, maybe all this stuff will change too. All these kind of stars are kind of transition. Maybe they'll stay the same, maybe they won't. But anyways, this is basically the Londoner. So, all right.